my youngest half sister, who's 10 years younger than me. So they relocated back up to Newcastle, and even though we were 300 miles apart, I still saw him every other weekend. Like, he would make an effort to come down and see us, which is mad when I look back to that now. I completely understand why he would do it. I'd do the same if I could. He worked all over the country, so I guess that made it easier to be able to sort of tie in store visits around being near where we were on a Friday. He'd pick us up, bring us back to Newcastle. We'd have the weekends at his, and then he'd drive back down on a Sunday from Newcastle down to High Wycombe, where my mum would pick us up, and he would turn around and drive up to Manchester for his meeting on Monday morning. And he did that for 3-4 years. I pretty much spoken to him every day. It helps the fact that we've got a lot in common. We're big football fans. Like sports and football team, unfortunately. It's my only criticism of him, probably. Bringing me up a Newcastle fan, but not everyone's perfect. Then completely calmed me down. All of a sudden I actually became an adult at that point, it felt. And it was no longer about just going out and having a good time. It was not just one person, but 2 people to now consider with everything that I do. So it calmed me down, but I enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed just chilling out from all of that for a bit. I don't miss 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock was at half time.
Was there a game on?
Oh mate, it was on Saturday, 4 o'clock, so 3 o'clock's come. She was on pethidine, but she'd been given pethidine at this point, so she was like completely knocked out between contractions. 3 o'clock, mate, I had my phone up, like, scores coming through. I had Gillette Soccer Special on my Sky Go on my phone, just sitting there. Every couple of minutes she's having a contraction, I'm pretending I'm looking at my phone. And then went to half time, and then I remember literally within seconds of the half times coming through, it was right when you see the head. I'm like, alright. Go
put your phone away.
Then. I don't know if it's a case of just maybe things all of a sudden becoming quite overwhelming or what it was. There was no, I can't really think of a defining moment that things started to change. Just started to have bad days, and that's what they felt like. They just felt like bad days. I'd come home and I'd feel a little bit down, a bit stressed out, and I just put it down to having a bad day. And so they became more regular. And then started to become more regular. They started to become almost more severe. It was all of a sudden it was no longer a bad day. It was I really don't feel good. I didn't talk to anyone about it. Typically I want to try and deal with this myself.
Not even your partner?
No, I didn't talk to anybody about it at all. And this went on for basically the whole pregnancy. She was fine, but I wasn't. It was like she recovered in hospital, but I certainly didn't. Things got a lot worse. And it wasn't until she was about 9 months, that things were very bad. It's when they spoke to me about postnatal depression. I thought, what are you on about? I'm a man. Men don't have postnatal depression. I don't understand. I was really confused, and I've not spoken to anybody about this, and no one knows about this. To get it to myself, it sort of felt a bit embarrassing, to be honest. That's something that women get after birth, sometimes, and it's not nice. I'm a dad. That doesn't make sense. And I was found out I'd written what I wanted to leave message behind, and I actually got to the point where I had everything literally ready, and I got a phone call from my partner, and it was my daughter on the phone, and she wanted to talk to me. I was at work, I was working from home. I can't. This isn't right. This isn't the right thing to do. It's not fair. No matter how bad things are for me, I know I'm a good dad. I know I've done the best I could possibly do for both of my kids up until this point. Can't leave them thinking that either I didn't care or wasn't strong enough or anything like that. I basically just cried for the rest of the day, and then went home, acted like nothing had happened. No one knew. and that was it. Things, thankfully, never gotten back to that point again.